Yo, what up? It's Read Your Mind from UrbanRcLA, and I'm back with another video of my kit build series for the Axial Yeti Score Trophy Truck Kit. Now, I've made some really good progress. If you've been following along in the kit build, I really have been taking a lot of time showing you every little bit. Also, I go over in previous videos what you need to complete the kit, also the upgrades I'm using from Boom Racing, how to power the kit. I use MaxAmps, LiPo 7.4, 6500 milliamp, and of course the Castle Creations SCT Pro Mamba Max with 3800 kV. This is where I'm currently at right now. I think it's starting to look really sweet. So we're gonna keep going with this kit build, and without further ado, let's just dive right in. Okay, so for this video, the first thing we're going to get started with is the actual shocks. So I don't think I'm going to build all 4 shocks on camera. I'll just build one of them so you can see kind of what you're up against. But it says open bag G, so I'm opening bag G. You can see we have a lot of parts in here. Shocks are like one of those things that are kind of a little therapeutic. You got to take your time with them, go nice and slow, do the oil right, get them dialed in nice and neat, and then you'll have a great running experience. So that's what we're going to do. So sit back, relax, and enjoy. Now, one thing that I have noticed that's different with this kit is because they have the blue shocks, anywhere it says in here AX31300 as the parts tree is actually not. It's AX80034 because they gave you these blue. So that was a little bit confusing for me in the beginning because I just couldn't find the parts that I was looking for. So just know that when you're doing that, when you're building the kit, these are the ones that replace the AX31300. I mean, this is all pretty straightforward. The instructions are really simple. The only thing you need to be aware of is that, first of all, it's not using black parts anymore, it's using blue parts. So this part right here, which says AX31301, number 5, there are actually 2 different sizes of these little round plastic pieces. And one of them will fit the shock shafts, and one of them will not. You'll know right away when you try to stick the shock shaft through there if it's not the right size. So just be aware of that. Don't try to force it through. Just go ahead and swap it out for the one that's a little bit wider. Also, the smaller one doesn't fit all the way inside this little shock base here. So you'll know right away if you get it wrong. That's the only thing that you need to take note of. But otherwise, with the oil in there, with it all bled appropriately, I think the shocks are pretty good. These ones don't seem to depress all the way, but I think that's a good thing, just in case you take a big hit. But I lined them up all perfectly. Well, actually, I didn't. Did I do these ones yet? Yeah. So these are ready to go. Also, I noticed that the pieces they recommend for putting inside the shock don't really stay in there. So I don't know if that's a design flaw or if it's just meant to be that way when you get it on the rig. So I'm going to set these aside until I need to use them, and then I'll revisit that later. But anyway, so that's how you build the shocks. That's pages 36 and 37 from the longest instruction book in the history of the planet. So next, we're going to get the front bumper assembly done, and we're going to start to install the shocks. There we go. It's pretty good. Little shot came off there, no worries. And this one did too. I might do a little bit of investigation, see if I can find better shock ends here. Nice smooth travel. Feels really good. Looks really good. And now on to the back. Not quite sure how this is supposed to work. So there's two little holes, and then it goes on the outside of where, there we go, on the outside of where the actual shocks get mounted. So basically you have to kind of get it all lined up, get the bolts in there. This is the type of thing that I don't really like to see in RC, because if I lose any of these little pieces when I'm out in the field, I'm done for the day, right? I'll have to jerry-rig something special just to get it to work. So I'm not a big fan of this setup here. Let's do it anyways. Let's get it in there. Okay, well that worked. Okay, well I found a little piece. Well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. And it's saying to mount this right, basically it looks like in the front is where it wants it, right here. So, following the instructions, I'm guessing that's what I'll do. So let's see. It also wants you to do another support here. I'm guessing that's just in case you want to move it so you can have those pieces right there. That's kind of an interesting thing to recommend, to actually put that ball end in there with the other screws. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. Okay, there you have it. The shocks have been mounted. Getting pretty stoked about the way the build looks. I appreciate you guys all coming along with me on this journey on my Axial Yeti Score Trophy Truck kit build. Obviously, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments, leave it in the comment section below. And subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And right after this is another video in the build series of the Yeti Score Trophy Truck. We'll see you next time.